Yeah, there we go. We are live. Guys, what's up? What's going on out there today? Hey, it's Brent Abel here at WebTennis.com with another episode of What's the Right Shot, number 399. Wingman Jeffrey Bad Boy Jacklich with a gold ball hunting shirt. By the way, a collector's item right there.
Mm-hmm.
I must admit. And look, fellas, guys and gals, I don't care if you're indoors today back east or in the Midwest or up there around Michigan or something like that, and you're freezing your butt off when you go outside, but make today on the court a frickin' fitness opportunity.
Yeah.
Crack a good sweat today. And don't, in the warm-up, in the short court warm-up, which I love, man, work. Get the feet going. Don't stand there and jabber away at the guy while you're facing the net the whole time and balls are coming at you. You don't move. You tap it back. Balls are, 2 feet away from you. You don't move. You're still facing forward. You reach out. Come on. What are you teaching your brain, Jeff? Why is that not right?
Can't figure out why, when I get in a situation, I send my hands to do my feet's work. Can't figure it out. But, yet I spent 5 minutes, 10 minutes hitting short court just doing that.
Yeah.
Training.
Well, you're just right. You trained your brain to do the stuff that you don't want. So to me, I'm kind of freaked out. Like in that short court warm up, every day I'm out there, I'm a little worried that if I don't do this stuff, oh God, my brain's going to say, when I get back in the baseline and start playing points when it's 4-all in the third. Oh, hey, remembering the warm up today, man? And so...
Oops. That's right. Hey, good morning, Mark. Good morning, Rich. Rich knows this for a fact that sometimes in our sessions we'll be warming up. We warm up short court and stuff, and I might see something. Hey, just for the next 2 minutes, 3 minutes, let's just give me a little focus on this, a little subtle something in the short court warm up, and he knows that, and so I don't waste a moment's opportunity to see something and recognize how's that going to then translate to backing up to the baseline.
Well, even if it's nothing more than just what's the word I'm looking for, like an affirmation, which is like, hey, what you just did, that really could be the focus today. Let's just keep that stuff. Let's just drill that thing into the myelination mode like crazy.
Exactly.
So, all right, you've been fairly warned on that stuff. Let's go get today's. Wait a minute. I keep pressing the wrong thing, man.
Everybody, this is my coffee mug today. Always be yourself unless you can be Roger Federer. Then always be Roger Federer. Okay, so it's my tennis tip of the day.
The tennis tip. Listen to you. Okay. What's the Right Shot? Episode number 319.9. Tomorrow, I guess the next number will be 400. Yeah. But the theme today is actually the number 4. And I guess I picked it out a little bit because of 400 tomorrow. But the other thing too is, Jeff, you sent me that link to the Andy Roddick, Brad Gilbert interview, which I listened to, and you're right. You kind of set it up with, hey, there's a lot of stuff in there that Bradley talks about that's real. That's not pie in the sky, not. And so this point that we're going to play today is all about that. And it's interesting the way that he got together with Andre, and how he just told Andre, look, you don't have to be on ESPN top 10 shots of the day. You're too good for that. You're actually, if you'll just play journeyman ball, okay, stole that from Jeff Jacklich. If you'll play journeyman ball, you're unbeatable.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. What do you want to do? Do you want to become unbeatable, and do you want to become the number 1 player in the world, or do you want to look good on ESPN 11 p.m. top 10 shots a day once in a while? It's up to you. It's your choice.
Yeah. another way that Brad in other interviews and chats is he called it, why aren't we just playing meat and potatoes? Why are you doing, why are we going for the ESPN highlight reel? Meat and potatoes is going to beat this guy.
Yeah.
Well,
and that's the thing. Well, that's the thing. So, all right, here it is. And I kind of set up the email with, obviously add in your serving. And are you willing? I mean, I like to put it this way. Who's really got the pressure here? When you're serving at add in, who's got the pressure? And to me, I used to think I had the pressure when I was serving at add in. And somehow, somewhere along the line, someone flipped that in my head and said, what are you talking about? If that guy doesn't return your little sitter serve, guess what? Right. You've held serve. So
game over. That's how we call that, game over.
That's right. So anyway, let's take a look at this. And before we get into it, what's the right shot, Jeff? Oh, what? I'll tell you what. Let's just go through with
just slice it back.
Let's just go through.
Slice it back cross court.
Yeah, but let's go through the promos first, right? How about that? All right, let me clear up some business here first. Guys, in the afternoon, when I do a live tennis mindset project show, it's at 2:30. If I do a pre-record, I upload that video, schedule it for 2:00. So I know, but just know that every day there'll be something there for you. And it's a little tough love every day. They are short episodes, but I think they got some nuggets in there that'll help you really start to embrace the need to work on the mental part of the game as something huge in your toolbox. And then if you've not picked up my free complimentary redundant 4 step-by-step between points routine, do it. It's over at webtennis.com. It's free. It's about a 20-minute video course, and it goes through what are the 4 steps that I go through in my matches during the 80% of the match when we're not playing points, right? Which is spent between points and then side changes. When you manage that really well, when you nail that, you tend to play at the top of your skill level, point after point after point. All right. Joffrey with a J.
Yeah.
So you just said, just throw it back.
Just throw it back cross court.
Okay. All right. Lots of times my strategy at add in is the Mark Vines counting.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I don't want to put that pressure on myself. Okay, come on, man. It's add in. Look, it's 4-all. Look, come on. I don't want to, maybe we should go for the bomber. Maybe first serve, let's go for the bomber because I don't really want to stay in the point. Really don't trust myself that I can hit a couple shots back. Really don't trust that if I do that, not only will they maybe not go back, but maybe it'll be short and I'll give the guy, and all of a sudden your head's just about to explode.
Right. It's just a mess.
It's a mess.
First reality check in that statement you just said, maybe I should hit the bomber.
Yeah.
And the first reality check is go down your list and say, do I have a bomber? You may not have one.
Jeff, I did in practice yesterday.
You may not have one.
I did have a bomber in practice. There was no one over there, but I had a bomber. Right. So here's what I'm talking about. Add in, I'm thinking add contact 1. I'm thinking add contact 2. I'm thinking add contact 3. I'm thinking add contact 4. I'm thinking at contact, it's out. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is exactly what Brad was talking about in his interview with Andy Roddick. And by the way, the link is in my Twitter feed. If you can't find it there, just search for Andy Roddick, Brad Gilbert interview, and you'll find it. But this is like the most boring ho-hum. What's the big deal? Oh, I just held serve. So when you embrace this mindset, because look, I'm always thinking with this ho-hum counting thing, hey, is there a chance that I'm going to get a short, chubby sitter right here? Sure is. So I'm looking for it. Where am I in the court? Am I serving and staying way back? No. Court positioning is, hey, I'm looking for the short ball. All right. I don't get it. Okay. All right. Could I get one here? I'm looking for it.
Yeah, I love the fact that you just hit, you hit the big deep chip. It's got some shape on it. Every ball you hit had some shape, way big net clearance. The first three were up the center of the court, perfect. Make him decide to choose. The beauty of hitting a ball up the center of the court is the guy cannot go out the side door. He's got to hit the ball through the baseline to you. So you only have half the distance to run. Hope that makes sense to everybody, right? You hit a ball, you recover near the center of the court. You only have to go to the sideline. That's as far as you have to go because he can't hit it any shorter on the angle to get it out the side door from that position. So that's when you can take a little bit more, even though you're rolling, you can still go back in, take your real estate back. And he pushed you back there a little bit. Okay, big deal. 2 steps and you're right back on the top of the baseline or just inside. There you hit. There you are, just behind. Great. Boom. You see the way you float? You float in a V. Every time you get pushed back, you float in a V back to the center of the court, and not only back to the center, but back toward the baseline. And this is where a lot of players kind of fail a little bit, where they get pushed back and then they'll move laterally across the court to the center rather than taking their real estate back and going back to the baseline as they recover center court. And so now you're 3 to 4 feet deeper in the court. So now if you do get the ball that you want, that short chubby, that ball seems like it's maybe not the opportunity it would be if I was 4 feet closer in, if I was actually on the baseline or just inside. Anyway.
Well, no, that's right. And, Mark is saying, facetiously, don't you have to hit a winner on game point in order to win the game? And I know it's sarcastic. However, it's a truth that a lot of players are looking for the exit before they start the point. And so I think the biggest message that I've been trying to give, you've been trying to give forever, is you got to trust that you can stay in the point. And I think one of the problems with going out there and working like a dog on stroke technique over and over and over again, as if when you're serving at add in, okay, I've been working on this forehand now with my pro, and we're now have the revolutions up to, because he's got some kind of crazy tech machine there on the court that says, oh boy, Jeff, you're now hitting that topper forehand with more RPMs than ever before.
Yes.
So you're now ready to win the point with an outright winner. And so, look, I mean, talk about sarcasm. How about that one right there? So you got to be good. You got to be able to trust yourself that you can stay in the point for as long as you need to. And one of the easy ways to do it, to really calm down the voices during the point, is to just think about counting, right? Counting, meaning that my focus is literally at contact. I'll go back to this. I'm consciously thinking. I mean, sure, I got a target, but I'm thinking 1. And it helps with the timing. I'm thinking now, when is the ball going to arrive? And I'm going to go 2, right? And so it takes away. I mean, what are the shot choices here? All right, great. You've been working on the big RPM forehand. Do you have an opportunity? No, you don't. So all I think about here is I'm going to roll.
And now hold up right there.
Yeah.
Right. So he actually hits a nice penetrating ball here, right? And pushes you back a little bit, right? So you're 3 feet behind the baseline. Look at his court position.
Hasn't moved.
But he's just inside the baseline. So now if you hit a heavy linear ball from this position, you're getting the ball to him too fast, and he actually has court position on you right now.
Yeah.
But you put air time on it, you float back to the center. You can see that he takes a step back. Now he's behind the baseline. So now we're back to neutral again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like those are the subtleties of when, and Rich knows this really well, because that was one of the very first things we worked on. Was, Rich, you keep getting the ball to me too fast, dude. You gotta back off. You gotta take your foot off the gas here. You're not in the position to do that, right? And so these are the subtleties in match play that players miss dramatically. They don't understand why the point flipped on them when they hit this great linear, streaking topspin ball, and it was a beautiful shot. Unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, this is interesting. Finally, I think this is his fourth shot, and chooses to run around, play a forehand, but yet does not get far enough around.
Nope.
And so,
Yep.
and flies it out. Yeah. And so, look, what else can I say about this? I don't know. Susan, do you meditate? I do more. I mean, do it at night, middle of the night when I wake up, and I got to find a way to go back to sleep. I'll start counting. There, yeah. There's another concept for counting right there. But during the day, no. Should I? Could I? Yeah, probably be good. But I do read my affirmations a couple of times a day. Those affirmations take about 90 seconds, and I feel like for me, that's the messaging I want to be giving my brain. So I'm more proactive with it, but some meditation would probably be good. Yeah, for sure. All right. Jeffrey, what else we got? Anything else before we move on here and get out there and crack a great sweat today?
No, it looks like we got one more beautiful day here in Napa before the rain comes back tomorrow.
Oh, God dang.
Yeah. So I got another 2 days of rain, I think Friday, Saturday.
All right.
Then Sunday looks like we clear out. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then it looks like another blip of rain end of next week, and then it looks like maybe we got the like spring shift.
Good.
It's been getting better. So anyway.
Well,
dancing
forecast today here is 87, just so you know.
Okay.
87, which I think is a pretty good number.
That's a nice
number. And talk about a great crack in the sweat. I'm getting out there with Big O this morning in the grass at 9:30.
Right on.
We'll go hard for about 75 minutes. We'll go hard, really hard. Play a lot of points, do a lot of. The other thing I like to do on a day like today when the weather's really great is just between points, if a ball's over there in the corner, I'm sprinting.
Yeah.
I'm not moseying over to go pick it up.
The mosey.
No, there's no mosey.
Yeah.
I feel like go. Well,
I think overall, this is where, the bulk of the tennis community, I'm just going to say it, just leaves so much, what's the word I'm looking for? They leave so much potential improvement on the table because they waste the little bits of time that add up to lots of bits of time with chatter, with not staying focused for just a brief, even if you can do it because you have to start off small. Can you focus in the short court warm up, not talk, keep your mouth shut, not talk, focus on, is there time to actually be in a good ready position and for me to make a turn in short court play? There's so much time. And it's one of the things I work on with my players sometimes. Like, okay, let's get ready. Let's actually do this. No talking. Let's just bump. And there's plenty of time. Next thing you know, 5 minutes later, no one's missed a ball. You're focused and like, what's the feel of the ball in the strings? Okay, turn the ball over. Okay, now in the next minute, everything's going to be cut. Focusing on these little details, right? And the short court hitting is actually where you can develop the soft touch. Like, how do I play that short ball off a mid-court ball? Oh, I've done this before because I paid attention to it. But I think, your description of, I sprint and go get the ball. I think that's just another example of how much improvement do we leave out there on the court because we didn't recognize it or I think a sip of my Gatorade would be better right now than, sprinting and going and get the ball that tipped off my racket.
Sip of my Gatorade.
Oh, yeah. Boy. And if that's your go-to, maybe, okay, that's another discussion we need to talk about.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I think that there's a lot of wasted opportunities out there when we play. And a lot of them are, the majority, 99%, 98% aren't going to go sprint for the ball in practice. And because and those 98% are going to look at you with kind of like one eyebrow, going to go, what's the matter with you?
Yeah.
And so if you really want to get better, I think you need to embrace the fact that you might look a little goofy out there.
Yeah.
And
no one likes it when you're trying to improve. Nobody else likes it.
That's true. You're making them look bad. So, hey, well, maybe that's another way. Make them look bad by you doing all the stuff. Right. Okay.
I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. No one wants you to get better.
Yeah. Hey, did you see this 16-year-old kid yesterday in Miami?
Yeah, the junior Shelton.
Yeah. Yeah, but like he's 6'3" already, 16 years old. He can bomb 130.
Yeah.
And he's got that lefty. I mean, I'm just so excited about what I think is coming down the road at us in the next 2 or 3 years with these players. I don't know. Every time I see like an Alcaraz Sinner match, and I go, knowing the geometry of the court, how can the game get any higher quality? How can there be a higher level? Right. And they just find a way.
Right.
So, and by the way, I'm watching some of the women, and the women are crushing the ball.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, guys, there's such a drop shot opportunity in there.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. And, you and I used to think you just took your opponent out wide, stretched him out, and now you're just hanging back. Well, that seems to be better, and I see more guys and gals now taking advantage of that and moving inside the baseline and trying to take time away. But I mean, if Carlos can sit there and drop shot everybody like no one else's business, why can't the rest of us do that?
Right. And here's the thing. The drop shot is not a one-off. Expect to hit another ball. Yeah. The whole point, though, is to get your opponent to have to sprint 35, 40 feet and control the ball once he gets there. That you have to understand the drop shot is not this. It's beautiful when it's done, and Carlos, he hits winners off of it because his are like unbelievably tight to the net. However, it's really a two-shot combo. I think because of him, I think we're going to start to see more and more players developing drop shots. And, I just think it's available. I mean, it certainly is in older age groups for sure. And if you're in an older age group and you're just going side to side with that guy, man, talk about leaving money on the table. Wow. Yeah. Dump it in there, and if you expect, you're going to have to see another ball.
I hope so. I kind of like that. Right. I want the guy to sprint. I want him to dump it to me, and then I want to, lob over the backhand. Go from back where you first started. Go back and get it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to see the guy burn fuel.
A little diabolical, Jeff.
Again, back to do you have the ability to count? Can you do you have shot tolerance?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, guys. Hope this has been helpful today. Thanks for hanging out. Tomorrow, number 400. Still not sure what we're going to do to celebrate tomorrow. Could be nothing more.
Maybe I'll have a Bailey's and coffee.
Oh my God!
On a Friday.
That could be a long rant.
Little Irish whiskey and coffee, since it was just St. Patty's Day a week ago. We can still be in the flavor.
Oh God. Oh God, this could be crazy. All right. Well, if you want some high entertainment tomorrow, guys, tune on in around 8 a.m. Pacific. It'll be fun. All right, guys, hope this has been helpful. Look, if you got any comments, questions, remarks down below in the comments area, let me know. Or if you want to keep the conversation private, you can shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. Jeff is over at jeff@jacklich365.com. As always, it's time to do two things. Number one, get out there and crack a great sweat today. And as you're doing that, help someone else have a spectacular day, guys. See you again next time.